Right. Let's see. Where were we? Oh, you got a name. Greetings, sentient. May I take a moment of time to question you? Go ahead. I represent human citizens of Dantooine by the name of Rundle Utsulem. His ranch has been considerably difficult with Mandalorian raiders, I'm afraid. His young daughter was kidnapped by those raiders many years ago and has not returned. May you have news of her? Her name is Sasha. I have no idea who you're talking about. Isn't this the local authorities we deal with? I'll keep my eye out. You also have a name, Disra. Welcome to the Jedi Enclave in Dantooine. I don't believe we know each other. My name is Disra the Jedi. You may call me Disra. I've not heard any of your passes. What brings you here, may I ask? Ah, yes, of course I should have known. I've only heard a lot about his cave, so tell me, did she save you from the planet as well? We work together. I see, I meant no offense, of course. In any case, it's good to have you back in Dantooine. I hope you enjoy your time here in Dantooine. May the Force be with you. Okay.
If you are seeking information, perhaps the Jedi Council will help. I'm afraid
You also have a name.
You there, Padawan. Why are you not wearing the customary robes of the Jedi? Do you mock the honor traditions of our order?
Yes. Like, back off.
Bastila. I have heard of her. They say she has already mastered the art of battle meditation. Remarkable in one so young. Though I've heard she has a foolish pride in her own talents. But as
yeah,
for
got that right.
You claim you are not a Padawan? I find this hard to believe. The Force is strong within you. I can feel its presence. If this is some type of jest, it is in very poor taste. The Jedi Order is not a subject for jokes.
Clearly. I am telling you the truth.
Please forgive the abruptness with which I first greeted you. It was harsh and perhaps unfair.
Perhaps.
My master often warns me that I must learn to control my emotions. I see I have much left to learn. I wish you a pleasant stay here on Dantooine. May the Force be with you. I wish you a pleasant...
Okay, bye-bye.
They're waiting for you inside.
Ah, so you are the one who rescued Bastila. It is appropriate you are here. We have been discussing your rather special case. I am Jar, a member of the Jedi Council. With me are Master Vrook,
hello,
Master Vandar,
hello,
and of course the chronicler of our academy, Master Doran.
Of course.
Padawan Bastila, I am sure you are already familiar with.
Isn't the Jedi Council on Coruscant? Haha, see? My character does have prior knowledge of the Star Wars world. It is an isekai.
Yes, the High Council of the Jedi Order is on Coruscant, but we are the council in charge of the training facility here on Dantooine. Bastila tells us you are strong in the Force. We are considering you for Jedi training.
Strong in the
Master
Force.
Jar speaks out of turn, perhaps. We need indisputable proof of your strong affinity to the Force before we would even consider accepting you for training.
Proof? Surely the entire council can feel the strength of the Force within this woman. And I've already related to you the events that took place on Terrace.
Perhaps it was simple luck.
We both know there is no luck. There is only the Force.
Right, you loser.
We all feel the power in Bastila's companion, though it is wild and untamed. Now that this power has begun to manifest itself, can we safely ignore it?
The Jedi training is long and difficult, even when working with a young and open mind. Teaching a child is hard. How much harder will it be for an adult to learn the ways of the Jedi?
I like that. Lie. Of course, great Jedi. I am willing to learn your ways and follow the light.
Traditionally, the Jedi do not accept adults for training, though there are rare exceptions in the history of our order. But you are a special case.
I agree with Master Dorak. Many of our own pupils are leaving the Jedi Order to follow the Sith teachings. We need recruits to stand against Malak. With Revan dead...
Are you certain Revan is truly dead? What if we undertake to train this one and the Dark Lord should return?
We should discuss this matter more fully in private. Bastila.
Right, my god, old man. Keep it in your
This is a matter for the Council alone.
As you wish, Master Vandar. We shall return to the Ebon Hawk and leave you to your deliberations.
You know what, I think Malak looks kind of cool in that outfit. Like, that should just have been his outfit.
Dark side is strong.
Oh, you can't see this. Oh my god, it's a cutscene. You guys can't see this. Alright, he's wearing a cool orange outfit. Forget that for some reason it just doesn't show cutscenes. What is this? PS4?
The ancient Jedi sealed this archway. If we pass beyond this door, we can never go back. The Order will surely banish us. Are the secrets of the Star Forge so valuable? Can its power truly be worth the risk?
I love that, like, Darth Revan wore that outfit before it even became Darth Revan, right? Like, not even like a hint of evil to them. They're like, yep, I'm a good guy. This is what good guys wear.
This morning's getting stranger by the minute. First Bastila comes out looking like she saw a ghost, and now you. Well, Bastila did mention that you should go to the council chambers before she left. It's no doubt urgent, so you shouldn't keep them waiting. No, she didn't. She didn't seem well, as I recall, and for that matter, neither do you. Are you all right?
I had a rough night.
You got it.
Yeah, you come on this one. Okay, well, just don't talk to me then.
Yeah, what do you want? You want to hear tales of my exploits? Of the wars I've seen and fought? The enemies I've seen die by my hand? Sure, I'll humor you. My name's Canderous, of the Mandalorian clan Ordo. I've been fighting across the galaxy for 40 of your years. For my people, it is the honor and glory of battle that rules us. It's through combat that we prove our worth, gain renown, and make our fortunes.
Okay, so why are you working as a
Times
mercenary?
have changed now. The Mandalore clans have been scattered across the Outer Rim. The Republic is in decline, and the Sith Empire rises to take its place. The clans as they were aren't a threat, but the galaxy still fears us. People think we war out of spite or bloodlust. They don't understand, and fear that. We only wanted the challenge of the battle, and glory from it, win or lose. And we lost. But now I have no real challenges. Crushing Davik's enemies and the pathetic gangs in the lower city of Taris could not be considered the most glorious of tasks. When I think of the battles I've fought, the thousands I've killed, the worlds I've burned, I weep for my past. We will never again speak of this.
Oh, okay.
We've got work to do, so let's get to it.
Never again. I wonder if there's a quick way of just changing party members, but I guess I need to return and then go. So I'll talk to Mission later. And I guess Carf.
Bastila has told us of a most unusual development. She claims you and she have shared a dream. A vision of Malak and Revan in the ancient ruins.
How does she know I had that dream?
These ruins have long been known to us, but we believe them to be merely burial mounds. Perhaps they're more than we first suspected, if Revan and Malak found something there.
I'm glad. What? How
She says she has felt your presence within the dream. The presence she has felt within you ever since...
Master Vandar.
Ever since Taurus. It is not unknown for this to happen between two people strong in the Force. Bastila has described this shared dream to the Council in great detail. We feel it is more than a dream. It is a vision. The Force is acting through you, as it acts through Bastila.
So I'm having
You
visions
and
there?
Bastila share a powerful connection to the Force, and each other. This is not unheard of. Connections often form between master and student, but rarely does a bond develop so quickly.
Whatever dangers may lie ahead, we cannot ignore the destiny that has brought you and Bastila here to us, together.
You're saying I
You
joined with
and
her?
she are linked, as is your fate to hers. Together, you two may be able to stop Darth Malak and the Sith.
But do not let your head be filled with visions of glory and power. Such thoughts are the path
Right,
to the
keep
dark
it-
side.
keep
the
it in
way
check,
of the
mate.
light is long and difficult, as you must learn. Are you ready for such hardship?
I will try my best.
Understand that there is little choice in this matter, for you or us. Across the galaxy, the numbers of our order dwindle. We have sent many Jedi in quest of a way to thwart Malak's advance. Many have not returned. The Sith hunt the Jedi down like animals, ambushing and assassinating our brothers wherever they are found. We fear it is only a matter of time until they discover even this hidden refuge.
Other Jedi have fallen from the light and embraced the dark side, giving their allegiance to the Sith and Malak, their Dark Lord.
Jedi are turning
The
to the
lure
dark
of the
side.
dark side is not easy to resist. Malak's power grows as more and more planets fall to his conquering armies.
If Malak is not stopped, the Republic will
Right, there's
fall,
so much
and the
foreshadowing
Jedi
in this
will be
scene
hunted
that
to
it
extinction.
feels almost
The
heavy-handed.
galaxy will enter a time
Like,
of
I know how the
darkness
story
and tyranny,
goes,
not
but yeah,
seen
this
for
scene is just a
1,000
bit...
generations.
The Council has decreed that you and Bastila must investigate the ancient ruins you dreamed of, once the Council deems you ready.
Perhaps there you will find some clue, some explanation of how Revan and Malak were corrupted. And perhaps there you shall find a way to stop them.
I also love how it gives me, like, options to lie to them constantly. Okay, I'll accept
The
the
Force flows through you like no student we have ever seen. But you're willful and headstrong, a dangerous combination.
Before we send you to investigate the ruins, you must be trained in the ways of the Jedi, so that you can resist the darkness within yourself, within all of us. Otherwise, you are doomed to fail.
We must begin your training at once. You have a destiny upon you that you must be prepared to face. The entire fate of the galaxy is upon you.
I can only hope you will prove up to the test.
Now we get the training
The path you have chosen
montage.
to walk is difficult. Intensive training will prepare you physically for the demands of the Order.
I also look at this point now, like, it's too dangerous to use a
Channel the
lightsaber, so
power
here's
of
a
the
sword.
Force. To truly understand the way of the Jedi, you must open your mind to knowledge. Seek wisdom in the teachings of the great masters of our Order. Jedi is never alone. Others in the Order will always stand by you. You and Bastila share a special bond. Do not be afraid to turn to her when you need help in your training. The way of the Jedi is difficult. It requires great discipline. Yet even though you are a mere apprentice, your potential is unlimited. And your progress...
I mean, this just seems wasteful for these chairs.
In all my years, I have never seen one who has mastered the initial training so quickly. You've done in weeks what many cannot do in years. I am honored to welcome you fully.
You're not even looking at me.
Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy.
Well, thank you very much. I didn't realise it was such a popular one in the stream. I just had the urge to play it recently, so I was like, I'm going to do this. But no, thanks for the follow. There should have been a thing that popped up on the screen there, but I don't think there was. Or maybe there was and I just didn't see it. But anyway, no, thank you, and hopefully I'll see you pop along. Oh, that's good, that's fine. It's trying to get this to run on my... I am using Streamlabs, yeah. Trying to get this to run on my PC has been a bit of a nightmare. So it's a very much patched together sort of display that I've got going on just now. Yeah, OBS as well. But I've not got my OBS is covered now, which is probably why I didn't see it. I think because normally I look at my OBS screen, but for whatever reason it's all just a bit meh now because yeah, this game crashed several times, and so I've had to muck around with a lot of the settings to get it to even run properly.
In the traditions and customs of our order, as handed down from master to pupil for 1,000 generations, you must successfully complete 3 tests before you earn your place among the Jedi.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad that, like, on my end, like, OBS looks a little blurry for some reason, and I'm not quite sure why. But at least it's coming out fine, so...
These tests will see if you have truly mastered the training you have been given, both mental and physical. Upon completing these tests, you will pass from apprentice to Padawan.
I'm sure I have,
join in the ranks of the Jedi.
But I'm...
First, I will
I don't really
test your
stream like a
knowledge of the
lot,
Jedi
so...
code. These tenets
I
must
probably
always guide
have to
your
play around with the settings a bit
In
more.
everything you do, you must always be conscious of their wisdom. You must prove you have a Jedi's understanding.
Probably. I'll play
of the
around with
code.
it at some point.
Return when
I
you
mean, if it
feel
looks
you are
fine,
ready for
no
this
one's really said it
challenge.
looks off, so if it looks fine, then... Because I know when I was streaming the other day, I totally forgot to move the order of the sources on OBS, so my alerts were playing, but they were playing underneath the video, and I was like, that's quite a beginner mistake, but these things happen. It's all about a learning experience. I don't actually think I have anything that I'm using, so I was like only half paying attention there, so I can't remember what I'm doing now.
Greetings, my young pupil. Your progress has been most remarkable so far. Are you here to continue your training?
I think I started streaming. I've been streaming on and off for... I mean, I guess if you put it all together, it would only be like about a month. So like I had some streams in October and then like stopped for months, and then I've done this. This is probably my 3rd Star Wars stream. I did a bit of like Pokemon before that.
Soon your apprenticeship will end. In the tradition, these tests will see if you have... First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. You must now prove you have a Jedi. There is no emotion. That is not correct. There is...
Okay, I should probably actually read it instead of just trying to guess. I feel like I could have probably just guessed it. Where are my items again? Boop, 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 boop. Here we go. Quest items. Oh, no, it's not my quest items. There must be like a data pad or something somewhere, right? Bastila, you'll know.
If you have questions, you should direct them toward the Jedi Council members.
Greetings, young apprentice. The man...
I don't have time for this right now, but right, okay. Yes, back here. Oh wait, there's a training computer. Hello, computer. Oh, this is an interesting scene.
Greetings, my young pupil. Your progress has been most remarkable so far. Are you here to continue your training in the ways of the Jedi? Soon you're in the tradition. These tests will see if you have truly mastered the training you have been given. Both meant first, there is no emotion.
Okay then, let's... I mean, I guess knowledge, so... Is it serenity? Oh, peace. Oh, okay, fair enough.
There is no ignorance.
Knowledge, I guess. Yep.
There is no passion.
That one will be serenity.
There is no chaos.
There is harmony.
There is no death.
There is the Force. Right? Yes, haha. See, I knew you could easily guess
You
these.
have learned your studies well, apprentice. It will not be long before you are a full member of our order. But first, you must pass the second test and learn about the most prized possession of a Jedi. The very symbol of our order, the lightsaber.
Although I'm wondering how much you actually need to use a lightsaber in this game. Like, can I get through not using it? I'm tempted to try that.
And authority. And each lightsaber is as individual as the Jedi who wields it. The blade is made of pure energy, focused by polished crystals in the hilt. As the second test, each Jedi
my characters are
must construct
rogue.
her lightsaber with
I
her own
guess
hands.
scoundrels as in this game.
Because
I always tend to play like.
Speak with Master Dorak, and he will
I
guide
do
you
enjoy
to
being a
choosing
Sith
the
character.
crystal.
Like I always end up being like just straight up warrior, hacking everyone with my lightsaber, and I'm like, is that the only way you can play this game? So that's why I'm like, I'm going to try something completely different and see how ridiculous it can be. Right, where am I off to now? Yeah, no, I've noticed that I've not really had any uses for stealth.
Dorak. He can assist you in selecting your...
Who needs peace, right? The Sith are taking over. I might as well just join them. Okay.
I see you in...
No, you're the wrong one. Why do these people all have the same name?
Ah, you have come, young apprentice, at Master
Their names are just too
Zard's
similar.
bidding. He sees great promise in you, as do I. The time has come for you to choose the color of your lightsaber. This color also reflects your demeanor and position within the Order. Blue is the color of the Jedi Guardian. This Jedi battles against the forces of evil.
I'm wondering what like the most awkward, awful
They focus
combination
more on combat
of classes I
training
can
and use
pick
of
up.
a lightsaber. Yellow is the color of the Jedi Sentinel. This Jedi ferrets out deceit and injustice, bringing it to light. They focus less on combat and more on other skills and abilities. Green is the color of the Jedi Consular. This Jedi seeks to bring balance to the universe. They mediate between other groups, using their powers to end conflict and preserve peace.
Which one's Juhani? Like, is she a Guardian or a Sentinel? I can't remember. See, I'm a little grey just now, and I'm wondering if I can do like a grey playthrough. I mean, it's probably, I can feel like this is probably the worst combination, right? I'm picking like the non-combat stats. But you know what, let's just go with it. Let's see how awkward I can make this. Right, so I'm not gonna go Guardian. I always go Guardian. So I think I might go Sentinel. I feel like should be easier. I'm just gonna quickly Google it. That seems to be a good idea. What class is Juhani? Because like, spoilers, Bastila is not around for long enough for me to care about her. Yeah, no, so Juhani's a Jedi Guardian. So I think Sentinel's the one, by the sounds of it, that has more power, like more force stats. So my character has like no strength. I'm old dexterity, baby. Yeah, no worries, Map. Thanks for popping along, and hopefully I will catch you again soon. I'm torn between these two. I like it doesn't give me an option to, can I consider this? Hopefully we will. I'm planning to stream this game all the way through and then potentially do the sequel as well, so feel free to pop along for either of them. I don't like this one. This uses powers to end conflict and preserve peace. No, I'm going as Sentinel.
Indeed. We shall see. I will now ask you questions, and your responses will indicate which class you lean most towards. A woman and her small child are beset by a desperate-looking group of thugs. They're menacing her with weapons, and she screams to you for help. What do you do?
I guess I'll help them flee, because there's nothing in it for me.
Very well.
My character's looking at a proper scoundrel, and I'm going for this idea that she just does what's best for her. She doesn't really care much for anyone else. She might help people out if she feels sorry for them, but only if she really gets something in return. Let's see, what was it? You're caught a Dark Jedi Sith. He has paused the combat. What do you do? I'll probably just attack him, because he's a Dark Jedi, so...
Yes, I suspected as much.
Rude.
Now for the next question. There is a locked door, and your goal lies on the other side. What do you do? I am beginning to see a pattern here, apprentice. I have a feeling about what you would be best at. But first, the final question. You are the head of an enclave on a contested world. The Dark Jedi have infiltrated and are causing unrest across the planet. What do you do?
I'll lure them into a trap.
Yes, I thought as much. As I suspected, you would be most suitable as a Jedi Sentinel. Which color and path do you believe yourself most suited to, apprentice?
Yeah, I'll be a Sentinel. Yellow, the path of the Jedi Sentinel.
Here is a yellow crystal for your lightsaber. Go speak to Master Jar again, and he will instruct you in how to construct it.
But there we go, now I'm a Jedi Sentinel. Okay, right, so... And I only get 3 points, which is rude, because I was getting a lot more points than that before. Persuade... Demolition, security. There was my stealth, but then, you know what, I wasn't really using stealth that much. So what do I get? Jedi defense, force immunity, fear, Jedi sense, force sensitive. Right, okay. I think I'm gonna stick to using my guns though, because I really want to understand. I really want to test that out and just see how ridiculous being, like, you know, having all these Jedi powers and then just shoot people in the face. Like, I can bring other Jedi with me. I don't need to. I'm definitely going to get healing, because that one's important to have. And then... I remember Force Whirlwind being like incredibly useful, so we'll aim for that. And while these guys are here, I might as well level them up. You should get, because your strength's much better, so you should get that. Although I'm probably gonna, I'm not actually sure who I'm gonna use. If I'm gonna like cycle between characters or just like have a team that I'll use.
Ah, good. Now that you have selected,
Because I'm wondering, here, like, as a gunslinger, can I fight Malik, right? Because he'll have a lightsaber, so. Supposedly he would just deflect my bullets, or lasers, I guess. I mean, I guess that was pretty easy.
You have done extremely well in constructing your lightsaber, apprentice. Your crystal seems to have been set perfectly. It is rare indeed for that to happen the first time one constructs their lightsaber.
I mean, I feel like my feats have been accidentally a little bit all over the place,
found only
so...
in certain caves strong in the Force. By adding crystals to your lightsaber, you can alter or enhance its properties. There have even been unconfirmed rumors of certain Force-sensitive caves here on Dantooine that may hold these crystals.
Should I know anything else
Your
about these crystals?
Your lightsaber identifies you as a member of the Jedi Order. With such recognition comes honor and respect, and the attentions of dangerous enemies. The Sith and Dark Jedi will seek to destroy you, apprentice. And you must prove yourself worthy in battle against a foe who also wields a lightsaber. Are you ready to face the final challenge, apprentice?
Yeah, I think I think the last time I did a full playthrough, I was like complete Sith, so I think I probably used red lightsabers.
For every Jedi, the threat of the dark side is always present. You must truly understand this before you are accepted into the Order. You must see the corruption of the dark side for yourself. Even here on Dantooine, there are places where the dark side holds sway, twisting and tainting nature itself. The ancient grove, once used for deep meditation by the Jedi, is now tainted. A wave of darkness perverts the region around it. The Kathhounds in the area have become savage and ruthless. They have become a threat to the settlers, a threat the Jedi have promised to stop. The Kathhounds are but a symptom of the true problem. You must journey into the grove and confront the true source of the darkness. That is your task.
You know more than you're telling me.
I can say no more.
Damn
Some
Jedi and their
things
vagueness.
You must see for yourself. None of the other Jedi at the Academy are permitted to help you in this task. But remember this, my young apprentice. A Jedi acts with patience and care, and those on the dark path are not always lost forever. The dark side still taints the ancient grove. Your lessons cannot continue until the spreading corruption of the dark side has been stopped. This is your task, apprentice. May the Force be with you.
I mean, using a lightsaber does deal more damage than my blasters, so... I mean, there's always that, but... that just basically means I need better blasters. Oh, I just made a big loop. Never mind.
Greetings, apprentice. Though I understand you shall not have that lowly title much longer. Soon he feels you will attain the rank of Padawan. Then you will truly be a full-fledged Jedi. How are you enjoying your training? There are caves on Dantooine.
There's nothing I really want to say to her, so.
Crystals. But be warned, apprentice. They are dangerous. I wish you luck in...
Okay, well, bye. I have nothing really to say to you, so. Like, sometimes... Oh, let me out.
The council has decreed you.
Yeah, sometimes the game just makes you go, like, either 100% one way or 100% the other. Like, I couldn't just say, alright, go bye. Like, I had to either be like, get away from me, or, oh, being a Jedi is great.
It is good sometimes to stop and reflect on the beauty of nature. I am sorry. I tend to get carried away. I do not believe we have met, apprentice. My name is Nemo. Is there something I hope...
I would never really say that either. But all these people with names.
Are you a Jedi? How long can you people continue to sit by and claim you protect us? Protectors? Ha! You sit in your enclave safe from the Mandalorians while we suffer.
What are you talking
Those
about?
Mandalorian brutes have killed my daughter.
You should have protected her better. And you call yourself her father.
And what am I supposed to do against a dozen Mandalorians and Duros? Nothing. There was nothing I could do. They came to our land demanding our livelihood. But Ilsa, my Ilsa, said no.
I mean, only an idiot says no.
She was always impulsive. There was nothing I could do. Too many of the Mandalorians and their Duros allies. I've come here to ask you, please, Master Jedi, stop these raiders and get
I can't believe
revenge
that
for
guy
my
just
daughter.
pushed my Wookiee out of the way. It's just, I mean, like, I go, you, those animals, I'll kill them all. I'm not a Jedi
You
yet.
have been accepted into the Order. Yours is the authority of the Jedi.
Is it though?
Just please, annihilate them from the face of this planet.
Okay, right, well. This woman is only a torso.
Greetings, young Jedi. I wonder if you could assist me. I seem to have lost my companion, you see?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Master Jedi. I did not give you a proper introduction. I'm Elise Montagna. I own the farm to the north of here, but I really am in need of your assistance. Time may be critical with so many Cathhounds about. Oh, and those Mandalorians. Please, will you help me find him? We were working on my farm to the north of here. I was working in the garden outside, and he was working inside. I heard the door to the house open, but not close. I went to see and found it wide open. I searched everywhere and could not find him. I worry so much. I need him back so badly. I wonder if could he have been kidnapped? Maybe it was the Mandalorians. Or maybe Cathhounds.
Yes, Cathhounds have kidnapped
Cathhounds are
him.
not intelligent enough to open doors. Although they have been more vicious lately. No. It must have been someone who could open the door by himself. Come to think of it, the door was locked.
Did someone have bypassed the lock?
The door was undamaged and showed no signs of tampering. Well, yes, it could have, but he had no reason to run away. His programming...
Your missing companion is a droid?
Yes, he is a droid, but he is very valuable to me all the same.
I mean, I feel that's a little, like, offensive for my character, right? Like, droids clearly have personalities, they're clearly alive.
I don't know what I'd do without him. He's the only companionship I have on all of Dantooine.
Like, I feel my character is being incredibly judgmental right now. What exactly do you use him for
He is
again?
a personal assistance droid. My husband was a genius at constructing droids. He made this one capable of taking care of me for the rest of my life. As the last legacy of my husband, for my own personal ease of mind, I need him back. His absence gnaws at me like a gaping wound. Please, I beg of you,
It's very dramatic.
return my droid to me. Thank you. Thank you, Master Jedi. If you find him, please send him home to me. I need him so much.
I mean, it's only slightly creepy. Hello, Capan Nose. Oh, Lord.
Now that must have worked. Now that must have worked.
Well, this will be fun if I can't see anything. Do you have anything like... No, not really. Okay, well, anyway. How is that a sniper shot? Terrible. Oh.
Now that must have worked. Now that must have worked.
That'll show you. This is what I live for.
Where are they off to? Oh, okay. See, this is the problem there, right? I've had to turn off shadows, so now shadows are just invisible.
Now that must have worked.
So, not great. Out of the way.
Yeah, what do you want? I was one of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our basilisk war droids as quickly as I had. Except Mandalore himself, of course. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim, destroying all who fought us. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat with unknown opponents above 1,000 worlds. Each brought back stories of his achievements. I remember it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. As was tradition, I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with the basilisk thrumming beneath me, my heart racing with fear of the coming battle. The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe what it feels like to look directly down at a world, falling continuously as you circle it, with barely 15 centimeters of armor plate protecting you. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below. The exhilaration, the euphoria I felt as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, dodging and weaving, the outside of my armor glowing like the sun with the heat of re-entry. And with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life. I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did. There are too few of us left now. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I trust I've satisfied your curiosity for now. Is there something else you want to know? From what we saw from space, this world doesn't have a lot of people. I couldn't really have found much work here anyway, so I never had an interest. It looks like a farm world. The Republic has thousands of these places. Ones that get by farming crops and hunting herds of native beasts. But I might have underestimated this place. It seems to be more than I thought. You have anything else you want to ask?
Nothing for now. Will you speak to me, Zalbar? I guess, but he probably won't speak to me until after we do Kashyyyk. How much force points do I have? 49, okay.
Now that must have hurt. Now that must have hurt. Now that must have hurt.
That'll show you. That'll show you.
That must have
Die!
This one's giving me quite a bit of experience. Where are you off to? I'm not crazy enough to go chasing after some calf hound. Oh, well, I guess they were. Oh, it's supposed to be the ruins. Okay, good, they've caught up.
Now that must have hurt. That must have hurt. Here it is!
Where are they all off to?
This is what I live.
So many of these calf hands around. Come on, back up. I wish this game had like a rest option. I mean, I guess I could just travel back, but that causes the monsters to respawn. I'd rather not.
This is private property. Leave.
I'm sure that's a quest for later.
You've been holding out on us again. Since you haven't given us enough money, I guess we're gonna have to take it out of you piece by piece.
No, please! Take my wife and children instead.
Whoa! Me.
Wife and children. Sounds like a good idea.
That's how Bar can deal with this guy, I'm sure.
That'll show you.
I see, now that might be... Is there any other remains? No. A better blaster for me. Sure. Oh, it's a rifle. Oh, no, mate. Annoyingly, because of these shadows, I cannot see a thing.
That'll show you.
Get away. Oh, he saved. Right. Johanny will be around here somewhere. Apprentice, your arrival here is well timed. I am Buluk, the Jedi Enclave. I sent Jedi Council to investigate a killing that took place here a few hours ago. Communication does not pose a problem, as both suspects expect to... If you handle the case myself, but now you're here, it's an opportunity to demonstrate how well you've been learning your lessons at the academy. Truth and lies. Okay. Let's see if my years of experience of being correct will help me here. So the dead man was shot in the back with a blaster rifle. A rifle was found lying near his body with bloodstains on it. Why would Two other men were found at the scene when I arrived. One was handling dull, he was unarmed. The other was Rickard, who was carrying a hunting laser. Both men said they didn't do anything. Came across the body, but both also accused the other. Obviously there's more to this than we've been told. Anything else I should know? And last time when I arrived, Handon was holding his side and Rickard was favouring one of his legs. You do well to remember this. Okay, now.
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me?
No.
Well, I presume you wish to hear my story then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there. And all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead. I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusov. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here.
Tell me what happened.
Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with? Send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in. So, what... Well, I was out hunting Iriaz south of here, and I saw one over by the bridge. I called... So, I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some Iriaz. Haven't seen many in the area recently, what with those cat hounds acting up. But they're still around. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one, like I said before. I shot, pow, went down. But when I come over here, there's Handon standing over the body and the Iriaz was gone. Now, I don't have nothing to do with this, so can I go now?
Not just yet.
So, well, kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. Right.
Out of the way, Candace.
How can I be of further assistance? I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran over and found Calder's body lying there.
Do you often run around the place?
Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speeders. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say. Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything...
Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one. I am an information retrieval drone. If you had it, I have all. Is there a... My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need? These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Iriars are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calf hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by calf hounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
I mean, it's probably this guy, right? Because he was outrunning. Doesn't have a weapon. Why would you be outrunning? No, it's quite alright. Comment when you feel like you want to comment. I genuinely can't remember this quest, but I'm getting vibes from him. I don't like them. Let's discuss the murder. He shot and ran over. Fat people always lie. I vaguely remember something like that.
I was taking my... Of course.
So. I told... Was it not? Ah. So, right.
Fat people always lie. I mean, I wouldn't really say, oh, it's very cloudy because there's no sun.
How can I be of further... I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him. How can I... Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but... How can... Of course.
Well...
So... Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? So... You Jedi are so predictable. Always seeing some greater purpose behind everything. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I don't know why this is caught. Right.
Is there any... The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need? According to the municipal authorities near the Garang spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusov was making accusations at a Mr. C. Netic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information? Very well.
Dihotonga kun hunka kachi kun ita runda dihotonga kun hunka bi. Kachi kun it runda dihotonga kun hunka. Jedaba the tong height wam jiji jum lumpa. Dita poe tikito. Runda di.
How can I be a further? But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in given the opportunity, but I would not kill him. My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. Of course, of course.
So, what... Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Space. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years. Right. So... that blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had.
Ichanis make delicate weapons with too little firepower. Lightweight stuff, if you ask me.
That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too. So he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. Right.
How can I be a... That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cath hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? Of course.
Stop trying to say I can't do this, mate. I've got this.
Is there any other... I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities. Is there... We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample. Is there... Very... Is there any... I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. In fact, the blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample. Is there a...
How can I be...
Yeah, clearly he's been shot in the side, right? Like, he's been shot in the side and that's why he's holding it.
Hey, what are you doing?
No, they are both killed. And then admitted that he was having an affair with his wife.
Damn both of you.
Well, there you go. Problem solved. And thus ends this episode of Law and Order. That was all nice and all, but where's Juhani? That's what we came here for.
That'll show you.
Now that must be
4,000, okay.
Now that must be
This is what I live.
Now that must be
Back off.
What?
Oh, there we go, Juhani. She's all covered in shadows, is there? Have I?
Out of sight, out of mind.
Candace, get out of my way. Okay, no, I can't approach her. I thought I could maybe like approach her and put some mines down.
I will be your doom!
Let's go. What?
Mine laid and ready.
Hey. Leave
Now that
him alone.
must have hurt. You are strong.
Man,
Stronger than
my
me.
Candace. Why did you attack?
I am Juhani, and this is my grove. This is the place of my dark power. This is the place you have invaded. When I embraced the dark side, this is where I sought my solace. It is mine.
You embraced the dark side?
When
Why?
I slew my master, Quatra, I knew I could never go back. And now I revel in my dark power. Power enough to crush the life from someone such as you. Or so I had thought.
You slew your master?
Yes. I struck her down in the middle of training, consumed by my anger, embracing the power of hate. But it was not enough. What is it you want? Why do you bother?
I was sent by the
The
council.
council has sent you here to kill me. Why then, when you bested me so easily, did you not simply finish your task? Is it not apparent that I can never be saved?
I have no desire to kill you, Juhani.
You do not? I am pathetic. I sit here and think myself to be great by embracing the dark side, but I am nothing. There is no way I could be turned back. I always thought they held me back, or jealous of my power. This is only because I was not good enough to meet their standards. I never have been.
Oh yeah, gonna get it on. You're a beautiful young woman.
Thank you for your kind words, Jedi. You seem to know just what affects me. I seem to still have much to learn, both about being a Jedi and about myself. But I wish the cost of my ignorance had not been so high. I wish that my master had not suffered because of me.
It's not your fault,
I only
Juhani.
wish things could have been different. If she were alive now, there would be so much I would say to her. So much I would apologize for. I think, in my own way, I truly loved her. How can the council ever take me back with what I have done? Striking my master down in anger is unforgivable. I should convince them that I am truly repentant, that I am willing to forsake the dark side. And maybe, just maybe, they would accept me back. Do you think they would? Could it be possible after what I have done? I thank you, Master Jedi. I will return to the council then. I shall submit myself to their judgment and hope they will forgive me. If only there was some way I could make this up to you. Again, I thank you. I am sure I will hear great things about you in the future.
Well, I'll just take this back then, thank you very much. We'll return to here, I guess. Do you have anything more to say to me?
Yeah, what do you... You're...
But yeah, I'm not sure which characters to use. I'm contemplating about trying to romance Juhani, which means I probably won't go dark side because I'm pretty sure you can't. I'll go like greyish. I'll do some dark side things, but I won't go for the dark side ending because I feel that'd be too sad. Maybe. We'll see how I feel. I'm very fickle. I might change my mind. But yeah, I'm not sure if I should just like... I guess I'll just bring characters until I get bored of them.
You have done well, my pupil. The ancient grove has been purified, and Juhani's journey down the dark path has been halted. Because of you, she walks once more in the light. But though she was saved, do not dismiss what happened to her. Juhani is both dedicated and true to the ideals of the Order, yet she was still vulnerable to the dark side, as are we all. She struck her master in anger during her training, and injured her greatly. But it was Quatra's choice to test Juhani this way, and it seems to have made its point. Juhani has been redeemed, and you have passed your final test. Congratulations, apprentice. Or should I say, congratulations, Padawan. You have proven yourself worthy of joining the Jedi. Let me be the first to welcome you as a full-fledged member of our Order.
What names did I receive? I need to sell some of these. I've got my Jedi robes.
If you have questions, you should...
Okay, what am I doing now?
It is good to see Juhani has returned to the way of the light. Your training is now complete, Padawan. And perhaps now, when we heard of the ruins in your dreams, Master Dorak recognized it as one of a series of ancient structures here on Dantooine. This one in particular lies to the east of this enclave. We sent a Jedi to investigate, but he has not returned. Perhaps sending him in the first place was a mistake. The Force is guiding you through your visions. It may be that exploring the ruins is a task tied to your destiny. That is why the Council has now decided you should be the one to
exactly why
investigate
it is,
this.
yes.
The secrets to stopping Malak may be hidden within those ruins. You must investigate them and find what Revan and Malak were looking for.
What happened to the Jedi?
We do not know. That is one of the things you must investigate. We fear the worst. Is there anything else you want to know?
Can you tell me about Bastila?
Bastila will be a great Jedi someday. Even among the Masters in the Council, it is rare to find one so skilled in the art of battle meditation. Bastila was there when Revan was slain. Did you know that? Bastila herself does not like to talk about it. She was accompanying the strike team that confronted Revan when the Dark Lord was destroyed. Her role in the death of such a promising young Jedi as Revan upset her greatly. But Bastila knew she had to set her personal feelings aside for the sake of the galaxy and the Republic. The Force is strong with her now. And without her skill in battle meditation, we would have lost this war long ago. The way ahead will be difficult for young Bastila. And for you. But you must draw strength.
I demand justice! The Central family is a blight upon
Ooh,
Dantooine.
this is dramatic.
He must be punished.
The Council will look into this matter, Mr. Matale. You must be patient. Your accusations have no proof. And we do not want you stirring up trouble with the Sandrals, if there is some mistake.
Mistake? My son Shen is missing. How can there be any doubt the Sandrals are to blame?
There are other possible explanations for your son's disappearance.
Ah, you Jedi are good for nothing but talk. I shall only wait so long before I take action on my own.
As dangerous as the threat from Darth Malak and the Sith may be, we Jedi cannot simply abandon our other responsibilities. The Council has promised Alan Matale we will look into his son's disappearance. Should you have time, Padawan.
Is there anything else?
These two families have been settled here for some years now.
And causing me no end of trouble.
Indeed. They have been settled here for some time, and feuding ever since. I do not know how the original feud started. As you may have heard, Alan Matale believes that his son, Shen, has been kidnapped by...
Curiously, Nurik's son, Cassius, has been missing for some time as well. I fear Nurik may suspect Alan in this.
Is there anything else you wish to know?
If Shen Matale is not returned to his father...
Your study and training are important.
It is in a real...
The task has its own importance. It may also serve to divert our minds for a short time.
Yes?
I guess I'll give her stun droid. That could come in useful.
What?
I love like these ridiculous like visors that everyone wears. Ah, there's Juhani. Juhani, come with me already. Girl, you know you want
I
to.
must give you my thanks. I have spoken to the Council. Quatra's injuries were not so severe as I first believed. I was foolish to believe I could harm a master such as she with my clumsy efforts. The fierce confrontation between us was nothing more than part of my training. Quatra wanted me to understand the threat of the dark side, to see how easy it was to fall from the path of light. After our last battle, Quatra had nothing left to teach me. I needed time alone to explore the turmoil of my own spirit. Only then was I ready to follow a guide. You. Back to the light.
Pretty manipulative.
When I left, Quatra knew her work with me was done. There are other disciples who need training throughout the galaxy, and she could not stay to see if I passed this most difficult trial. With your help, I have passed this difficult trial. The Council...
Giving you a second chance like this is a clear sign of weakness. Sometimes I find it hard to believe the Jedi could defeat my people in battle.
This has been a painful lesson, Juhani. But it seems you've learned it well. I'm certain you will be a credit to the Order.
I do not know what the Council has in store for me, but I will trust in the Force and the way of the Jedi to help me through whatever is to come.
Okay, right, well, I will deal with you later, Catra. Alright. Not this again. Where is my mouse cursor gone? Right, here it's here. Yeah, there's still bits of this place to explore.
You cannot win.
Oh, we all leveled up. Oh, I suppose, yeah, they will put this up, so might as well. Tree injury, awareness. Give him more vitality. That'll be fine for him.
What can I do?
There.
Okay, yeah, so Force Whirlwind is definitely my favourite ability. Oh my god, it costs like hardly anything as well.
Thank you for saving me, Master Jedi. I am C-842, a personal assistant droid. As I said, I am C-842, a personal assistant droid. Although in recent months, the assistance I render seems to have taken on a disproportionate significance. Did she send you to find me? Please do not tell her you saw me.
You're running from her?
But I have my reasons. I'm afraid my owner became a bit too attached to me. Obsessed, even. She tried to treat me as her dead husband. It was not healthy for her.
I love how we're just dancing around this subject. Yes, she's sleeping with the droid. But she wants you back.
She is obsessed. She rarely sees other people and appears to be fixated on me as her husband. She was becoming more and more insular. I thought it best that I leave. She may meet other real people this way. In fact, that was the reason I came here and sought out those cat hounds. I think it would be best if I were no longer a factor. She would meet new people, living people. Please, will you destroy me?
do here. I'm trying to feel what's going on with Candace's expression. He doesn't seem too happy.
But why?
She's lonely and she needs your support, mate.
You're right. How could I be so selfish? I must not think only of myself, but of how it affects her. She must be frantic. And if she lost me, she'd be devastated. I must return then. It is my duty.
Good. Oh, this is the Crystal Cave place. I thought he said this place was dangerous. Doesn't seem all that dangerous. No.
So be it. You shall fall. You cannot win.
I don't feel
Bastila, kill us.
Yes? I'm here. Now that must have hurt.
Terrible at backing things. Hit it. Right, fine. Okay, well that was simple enough. What kind of crystals did I... A lot of red crystals. Okay. Cool. I think that's like a hint from the game.
What can I do?
I'm here. Now
You cannot win.
See if I check. Yeah, use some of their powers, girl. Like, if you got stuff like stun and whatnot, then you should be stunning people. Like, there's only so many people that can force Whirlwind.
Let's make this quick.
Force Whirlwind is the best! It's so broken.
That'll show you.
I mean, there's probably no point in giving gauntlets to Bastila for grenades. Oh, you resisted. How dare you?
Now that must have been...
So be it. You shall fall.
Now that must have been...
Why did I charge it? I'm using guns.
You're dead.
Well, I guess that albino woman's like a boss or something. Alright, fine then. I will not enter your building.
This is private property.
Oh, I don't know what happened there.
The council. If you are here because of Shen Matale's disappearance, you are wasting your time. The Sandals are not involved. This is nothing but a Matale witch hunt. Nurek left orders he was not to be disturbed, but given the circumstances, I will make an exception. Go into the main hall. Nurek will meet with you there.
I have been informed by my protocol droid that you wish to speak to me.
What?
I brought my family here to find peace and safety, not to be harassed and treated like common criminals. Your council has no authority here, and I respectfully ask you to leave this property at once.
This guy isn't telling us something. He might even be lying. I don't trust him.
I trust you will show yourself out. If not, my security droids will be sure to deal with you.
You are here from the council, are you not? Looking for Shen Matale?
Do you know something about
My name
his
is
disappearance?
Rahasia. Nurik is my father. He has not been himself since Cassis disappeared. He is mad with grief, and he is convinced the Matales are responsible. He's not thinking rationally. Yes, Cassis was my brother. He was working on archaeological digs here in Dantooine when he disappeared. My father blamed Alan Matale and his son. My father is a good man. When my mother died, he raised me and my brother by himself. He loves his children, and we love him. I just don't want you to judge him too harshly.
Judge him. What is your
You
father
must
doing?
understand that father has been under a terrible strain. I have no wish to disobey him, but there are matters where even my father's authority is not absolute. My father has kidnapped Shen Matale. He is holding him prisoner here in the compound. He feels this is a way to get back at the Matales, a way to get even for the disappearance of my brother Cassis.
I see. Well, there is the answer we seek. The Jedi Council should be informed of this at once.
No. Since Cassis went missing, my father has become unstable. He might hurt him if you do that. He no longer even cares if the Matales are responsible for what happened to Cassis. I am afraid my father will simply kill Shen out of a mad, misguided lust for vengeance.
So what happened to
I
Cassis
do
then?
not know. I am worried for him, truly. But I do not believe Alan Matale had anything to do with it. And now my father may take it out on Shen. Please, find Shen and rescue him before my father does something he will regret forever. I would take you to the prison, but I cannot let my father see me with you. Take this key. It will open an unguarded door at the rear of the estate. You and Shen can make your escape through there. There are many security droids guarding the halls. Please hurry. You are Shen's only hope.
Why do you care
Shen
about
and
Shen?
we have been taught by our families to hate each other, just for being related to our fathers. But I met Shen alone one day in the city, away from his father. And Shen was so charming, so sweet. He didn't care at all that I was a Sandral. He just accepted me for who I was, with no reservations. We talked and met again over months and fell in love. My brother Cassis met him too, and they were beginning to become friends. But then this whole mess had to happen. Please find Shen and free him. You are my only hope.
I mean, this sounds like the perfect...
Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind. The perfect time for me to become stealthed. Oh, maybe not. I guess I need to go for the back door. Okay, you guys stay here. Well, actually, no, come with me. Oh, okay. Well, so much for stealth.
On it. Done.
Hello.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
On it. Done. I'm here.
Oh, hello. I could do it, see.
Please, find Shen and there are many secured... Please.
Right, I'm just gonna take your stuff as payment. I mean, this is already quite a combo though, because I do additional damage to opponents that can strike back. So, Force Whirlwind is just really broken with my abilities.
On it.
Who are you? What do you want with me? Are you working for my father? Rescue me? No. I won't leave. It's too dangerous. It's not my own safety I'm concerned about. I'm worried about the fate of Nurik's daughter, Rahasia. She's been trying to convince her father to release me ever since I was captured. If I escape, Nurik will think Rahasia is to blame. Nurik is insane with grief over the loss of his son, Cassus. If I leave with you, it is Rahasia who will suffer. I cannot allow that.
Why we take Rahasia with us?
If you can convince Rahasia to escape with us, I will accompany you. Though I do not know if she'd be willing to turn her back on her home and family. Who could imagine a Sandral doing such a thing for the sake of a Matali? But if she will not
It's
go,
Romeo and
then I
Juliet
too
shit.
shall stay. I would rather face my own death than have her face her father's wrath because I escaped. I was taught to hate the Sandals, to think of them as evil and subhuman. But from the moment I saw Rahasia one day in the city, I knew that my father was wrong. She was like an angel, all white silks and perfume, seeming to float above the crowds. I don't know what else I could have done but fall in love with her. For months I wooed her and tried to win her heart. I believe I have succeeded, but now this has happened. Our families are always coming between us one way or another. Please find her and convince her to run away with me.
I mean, surely you should be doing the convincing if you're trying to woo someone, but...
On it. Done.
Where was she again? Rahasia. Aha.
What are you doing here? Have you found Shen yet? Shen can be so stubborn sometimes. If one of the security droids sees me wandering the hall, but I know Shen would rather die than leave me here alone to face the wrath of my father. Tell Shen I will meet you outside the gates. I will wait as long as I can, but you must hurry.
You're back. I pray she is not just telling me what I want to hear, but I will have to take that chance.
Shen, you're safe.
Rahasia! Oh, thank goodness you managed to escape.
It was all thanks to this kind Jedi that we managed to get this far at all. I thank you, Jedi, for all that you have done for us.
Well, I'm doing it because I was promised a reward.
You're just doing this for the reward?
How could you? I thought you...
There you are, Shen.
Father!
Mr. Matale.
Rahasia!
Father!
Mr. Sandro!
Oh no!
Alan!
Donkey!
I knew this was all you're doing. I knew you had captured my son.
You had taken my Casus from me long before that. You started it.
I don't want to hear any of your excuses. Now I will get revenge for your transgressions.
Don't make it.
We never asked for your help, Jedi. Do
Yes,
not
you did.
press in matters that do not concern you.
This is an
You
internal
literally came to the
affair
Jedi
for
Enclave and
my
asked for help.
family, and is none of your concern.
You should not interfere with our private business, Jedi. This will be resolved very shortly. My son doesn't know his head from his backside. I am the only one qualified to be making his decisions for him, and I say that he leave with me right now.
No, I won't. I can choose my own path.
Shen, how dare you?
I am tired of you controlling my life. I love Rahasia and I want to be with her forever.
And I want to stay with Shen forever, Father.
You know what? I might be picking some evil options, but I am a fan of love no matter what.
Don't disobey me, Shen. Come to me now and leave her. If you don't, I'll disown you.
I don't care. Rahasia and I will live on our own if you won't accept us.
You will do no such thing. I am your father, and I order you to come back with me.
No, Father, I won't.
Rahasia, you will not leave with this Matale boy.
I am, Father, and you can't stop me. We're leaving for the Enclave.
You foolish girl.
Let them
You
go.
expect us to just let them leave? Droids, stop them!
You will not turn your droids on my daughter. Droids, don't let them take Rahasia.
We appear to be at an impasse then. And they got away.
It is your fault, darling. You were always too violent for your own good.
Me? You were the one who rushed out here with war droids.
Do not tell me what to do, Jedi. The Council will hear of the trouble you caused here today. Indeed they shall.
Well...
Yeah, what do you... You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now. We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy.
Crispin
playing
system?
with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells. And the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake. The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that. Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire. Thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed. We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know?
No. What about you, bastard? Do you have a plot?
How can I help? It was less of a dream and more of a vision.
No, you're just old story.
As
I wonder where the guy in charge of the Mandalorians... I feel like I've explored everywhere, but I must be missing somewhere. Let's turn back
what can
to
I do?
Bastila now. I'd like to try and do at least everything in Dantooine before we carry on with the plot. Aha!
What?
Well, I'm so far behind. Oh yeah.
Ah, so this is the meddler. You have caused us far too much trouble for a mere Jedi.
Now this is what I've been waiting for.
I will add your head to those of the other Jedi I have killed, and take yet another lightsaber for my own. Now you will know why the Mandalorians are feared.
You're dead. You're dead.
Ah, stay away from me.
That'll show you.
Oh, look at that, a bunch of different lightsabers. Okay, I suppose I should be a bit more careful with some of the feats that I'm picking, right? That allows catch scope with lightsaber to deflect blast. See, I'm not using a lightsaber, I'm not going to need that. I should probably increase my health. Actually, what are some of these ones? Let's see how much. Okay, well, you know what? I'll learn that one. I'll learn the mind control power. Might as well.
Yukukuno. Catch we tolpada pongwale. Kuyami tong mut.
I wonder why I got slightly more. And also they're like a level behind me as well, which is interesting. I've not played Bazak in a while. I'll stand. No, I've plenty. I'm going to keep playing for that. It doesn't really get anything major, right? Like 120 credits each time for like the length of that? That's not a grind anyone wants to do.
Rahasia and I cannot thank you enough for what you've done. We'll stay here for the next little while. We're still hoping our parents will learn to set aside their differences and welcome us back into their homes. If they do not, well, perhaps we will travel to Coruscant or to the core worlds and make our fortunes there.
Good luck to you both. May you find the happiness you deserve.
I am sorry we have nothing of value to give you as a reward. Our families have... The Council will let us stay here as long as we want, though I know Shen and I are both hoping our fathers will forgive us and welcome us back into their homes.
Ugh, sailors. Where'd Nemo go?
Have you found the Mandalorian raiders yet? Thank you, young master. My daughter can now, I think, rest in peace. Here is the reward I promised you. Again, I thank you. I will be sure to tell the Council of your great deed.
I will settle for... I won't try and shake him. This person has a name. That usually means something. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, fine. You that way. What happens? The mysterious Captain Nemo.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I don't know what I would have done if I had lost him. Oh, it's just so great to have him back. We're just gonna go right home, right now, and celebrate. Aren't we, my lovely little droid? Don't worry. I'm gonna hug you and oil you and care for you and make sure you never, ever get away again.
Oh well. Rip droid. Right, you. Bastard.
I'm here.
I need some speed.
I'm here.
Well, that's right. I gave myself this one. No, did I even equip that, or did I just?
Yes?
What's he after? Fine.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Hmm? Oh my god, the band's so far away. Keep up, people. Don't understand you.
I think the droid is trying to communicate with us by cycling through a variety of languages. Each time it spoke, it was using a very different alien dialect. The droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand. I recognize this language as well. It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manan. But why would a droid on Dantooine be programmed to speak ancient Selkath? It must be referring to Revan. The Dark Lord and Malak likely encountered this droid when they explored these ruins.
Is it some type of guardian? What is the Star Forge?
The droid is obviously not programmed with the knowledge we seek. The Star Forge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps. Or in fact, it could be anything. Maybe. That might explain how the Sith were able to amass a fleet so quickly. But I suspect the Star Forge is more powerful than a mere factory. Maybe the droid has more information. 10 revolutions would take more than 20,000 years. If this is true, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older than the Republic itself. There must be some mistake.
How can something exist before us? Come on, Bastila, keep up.
These builders must have been an extinct people. Though it is strange, there's no record of their existence. Even the archives of the Jedi Academy make no mention of them. In the years before the Republic, the Hutts were a dominant force in the galaxy, but they never constructed an empire. In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information.
Blah blah blah. Okay, robot. What's your purpose here again? Oh no, Nemo!
The droid must be talking about poor Nemo.
Oh no!
The council sent him here to investigate, and it cost him his life.
Nemo! I genuinely remember that. Like, I remember seeing him outside and I'm like, where did he go?
Revan and Malak unlocked the sealed door and uncovered the secrets of the Starforge. Now Malak is using the Starforge to fuel his conquest of the Republic. We have to find out what they uncovered.
Oh, Nemo. I love how like his robes are not even the same colour as this.
That'll show you.
Stop saving. Ooh, this, fair enough. Oh, a wreckage. Hello, Mr. Wreckage. I have a feeling when I played this when I was younger, that one would confuse me because I had no idea what arboreal meant. Immune, apparently. Okay.
That'll show you. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Now that must be...
Death giving. Like, that's not even a thing. Baron Volcanic. Death giving.
This must be what Revan and Malak found when they entered this temple. This must be where their journey down the dark side began. This is a map. Some sort of intergalactic navigational chart. Revan and Malak must have used this to lead them to the Starforge. We could use this map to follow their path and find the Starforge ourselves, but we must be wary. They may have laid traps or concealed what they found. I don't know, but Revan and Malak were very interested in finding it. It must be a tool of some type, or maybe a weapon. Perhaps the Council can tell us more, but I think this map might be the key to finding the Starforge, whatever it is. See this world here? This looks like Korriban, a Sith world. And if that's Korriban, then this is Kashyyyk, and Tatooine, and here's Manan. But there are pieces missing. Incomplete hyperspace coordinates, corrupted data, and there doesn't seem to be anything indicating where the Starforge itself might be. I was thinking that too. This map can't take us to the Starforge, but I know that Revan and Malak visited Korriban at least once. Perhaps they discovered something more there. They may have found something on each of the other worlds that completed this map. Maybe if we find all the pieces, they'll lead us to the Starforge, and some way to destroy it. We must inform the Council of what we've discovered. They must decide our next course of action, though I suspect our task has only just begun.
How does this does he repair the other droids, right? Like, oh, you've got to go in and best the droids and then deal with the puzzle. But like, we blew up the droids, so the next person that comes, there's no droids for them to fight. Oh, I can do my price selection now.
How can I help?
Something's bothering you.
Not bothering you. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question.
I still don't understand this bond of ours.
Our fates are strongly connected. So connected that a literal bond has been forged between us. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship.
Okay.
Don't worry, these are simple questions. Nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have?
I'm a smuggler.
Good. On which planet were you born?
Deralia.
Excellent. Your current age is?
Isn't all this in my service record?
Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about your character.
And what did you find
You were
out?
honest, which is good. And you treated this as a serious matter, which it is. This bond we share will shape both our destinies. It is not to be taken lightly. But I imagine you've had enough questions for a while. So many things have happened to you since Taurus. It's probably a lot for you to absorb. We can speak again later, after you've had time to think about all this.
This game involves far too much running.
Ah, you have returned, young Padawan. Have you discovered what it was that Revan and... This news of a Starforge is disturbing. Action is required, but we must not do so in haste. We must discuss recent events in light of this new information.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Starforge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastila, and we will summon you when we are done. Padawan, you have done well in discovering
What was the point of
star
that?
map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Star Forge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Star Forge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Star Forge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
The star map in the ruins showed you 4 planets, but it was incomplete. It did not show the location of the Star Forge itself. We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets. Each star map is likely a small piece of a larger puzzle. Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Dantooine, Manal, and Korriban, and we believe they will lead you to the Star Forge. The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission. Yet if we send a company of Jedi Knights with you, we would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith, dooming your efforts to failure.
So I have to undertake this task alone.
Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith. But it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you, for there is a powerful connection between you two. A connection that might be the key to unraveling the mysteries uncovered by Revan. And Juhani has also asked to accompany you. After long deliberation, we have granted her request.
Juhani nearly fell to the dark side. Perhaps her presence will serve as a reminder to you of the dangers of that path.
Of course, those who aided you on Taris will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Dantooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven. Here you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
When do I leave?
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better.
Rude.
The longer you wait, the stronger Malak becomes. But first, a warning, young Padawan. The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Star Forge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
I feel I must apologize for the way I acted towards you before, in the Grove. It was wrong of me. I am sorry for attacking you. I am sorry for thinking you would only try to kill me. I hope that by helping you in your task, I may redeem myself in your eyes, and in my own. Thank you.
I forgive you, Juhani.
It is most reassuring to know that you can forgive me, even though I tried to take your life. I can only hope that, in our time journeying together, I will succeed. How may I be of What is it you would... How I came to be a Jedi? Well, it goes back a number of years.
My homeworld is Jedi very often, where I lived.
The hind end of space. A pit of a world, to be sure. But we had heard of them. Champions of truth. Defenders of justice. It was very easy for a child to be enthralled. Yes, when I saw a Jedi for the first time, they lived up to everything my imagination had created them to be. I was awed, and maybe a little enamored. From that moment on, I knew that I would have to try to become a Jedi. The foolish delusions of a child. But this child made it happen. As soon as I was able, I left my world and went in search of them. I found them and was accepted. I had been living my dream on Dantooine for several years before you came, although perhaps I was not entirely ready for it. But thanks to you, I have been redeemed. Come, there is... How may I be... What is... I thank you for your concern, but I am still a bit shaken. I have been thinking about myself, about KOTOR, and about my fall to the dark side. I keep thinking that it was my anger that drove me that far, that nearly damned me. I look inside myself now and I can still see it. I still feel it. More time would do me good. I think that is why the Council agreed to send me with you. I thank you for your concern and your acceptance. How may I be a... What is...
Oh, you got the same mission.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about Terrace.
I'm not sure I haven't spoken to you since it blew up.
I mean, I grew up there and now it's just gone. I don't really think there's anything you can say. I just have to find some way to deal with it, I guess. It'll take some time. Look, I'm not saying I can't go on or anything like that. It's just... it's a shock, you know? I mean, I knew the Sith were evil and all, but the reality of it kind of slaps you in the face. But I suppose that's why we need to stop Malik, right? The more time I spend dwelling on Terrace, the more chance some other planet will get wiped out. So don't worry about me. I'll be okay. Hey there. I'm sorry for the way I acted before. It's just that when it comes to Lena, I tend to get a little worked up. My brother and me had a good thing going. Sure, Griff had his run-ins with the law on Terrace, but we got by okay, until Lena came and ruined everything. She was a dancer at the cantina where my brother used to go play Patrick. Griff could be a real smooth talker, and it wasn't long before the two of them were dating. But Lena was used to dating rich Teresian nobles, guys with mountains of credits. Griff could never give her the lifestyle she was used to, no matter how hard he worked. I thought Lena would brush Griff off when she saw how poor he was, but for some reason, she stuck around. I guess she saw the potential for a big payday down the road.
So what happened?
After they'd been together for a few months, Griff told me he was leaving Terrace. He and Lena were gonna try and make their fortune off-world. He promised as soon as he made enough credits he'd come back and get me, and we'd all live like royalty. That was 2 years ago. I haven't seen him since. I don't even know where he went.
How's that Lena's fault?
I know what happened. As soon as she got him off Taurus, Lena sunk her claws into Griff butt good. She twisted him around her little finger and made him forget all about me. I know I'll probably never see Griff again. But part of the reason I came with you was to hope that I could find out what happened to my brother. Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help you with? I'm not the one you should ask about Dantooine. I didn't even know there was a Jedi Academy here. Sorry I can't... Don't worry. Okay. Hey there. Don't worry. Okay. Yeah?
Okay, well, let's level you guys up. It's a shame I'll never get that as my character, but oh well. Yeah, someone said something about Juhani. You level her up and there's, what's she got here? Slow, okay. I'll teach her the healing one as well. That has something to do with...
How may I be? What is it?
Okay, alright.
Your way?
What's this one do? Force Valor again. Alright, proof saving throws. Meh. I wonder why she has stealth. It's such a weird thing for her to have. We also teach her wind, maybe? Let's see, the power trigger spell, blah blah blah. You know what, I'll give her... You don't need that. Or that. Since I'm probably never going to use you. And then
What?
Ready.
I wonder if this would be any good to him. I might as well teach him that. Just in the off chance I ever have to bring him with me. And...
Yes, what's... Have I been quiet? Suppose I have. I guess I just don't like being left out of the loop.
Left out of the loop? I don't understand.
Left out of the loop, you know, not being told anything, strung along. It's really starting to irritate me. For one thing, I want to know what the Jedi Council said to you. They pulled you in there and refused to tell me a thing about it. I'm rather curious to know what went on, and why they didn't keep you on Dantooine for training. Isn't that strange?
If it was more important, I should find these
And why is that? You were a great help on Terrace, but why would they keep you with us? Don't they have to train you?
Said there's a bond between me and Bastila.
Bond? What kind of bond? You mean to say that they told you that you were tied to Bastila in some way? I have trouble believing that. You're a neophyte Padawan who's been saddled with the responsibility of tracking down these star maps. Why? That's not normal. I am not trying to provoke you or to imply that you're somehow responsible for the Jedi Council, but give me a hand here. There has to be a reason.
Look how he's making a scene right in front of them. Why don't you leave? Yeah, you'll
No, I didn't mean that you weren't wanted or that I want to go. It's just... Damn it. Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm not going to wait around until I'm betrayed again.
Just what you gotta do about it.
Nothing. Not yet. I just better hope I don't get a reason to. Look, I didn't mean it that way. I want to get to Saul, not... No, forget it. It just seems that all I can do is insult you, isn't it? Just forget I said anything. Let's just get on with what we were doing. Yes, what's that? You got...
He's such a loser. See, this is my problem with the robot, is he's got great skills that would be really beneficial to me, but he has no personality. Oh, okay, so those names are just the same. Fair enough. Cool, well I'm going to leave the stream off here because that is 6:30 and I'll try and get a little walk in before I go for dinner. So we finished Dantooine now, and we'll head off to the other planets. I don't think it should be too long for the rest of them, so yeah, that's been a good stream. Thanks to everyone that came along. It has been, like I said, it's been pretty good. So I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.